Hello citizens and welcome to this week in Star Citizen Week 18. After a few weeks of a lot of things happening, we see things slowing down a bit. So without further ado, let's have a look. Monday, Citizen of the Stars. In this week of Citizen of the Stars, we get an interview with Nighthawk Sale. He's a streamer that is building a card game based on Star Citizen. In Quantum Questions, they put technical artist Gage Hellman on the stand, and here they talk about how many polys characters models have to how high a Vandal can count. Wednesday, Loremaker's Guide to the Galaxy. In this week of Loremaker's Guide to the Galaxy, Dave Haddock shows us the Rela system. They talk about how it's on the old Peri line, a demilitarized zone between human and Xi'an space. This was later removed and the systems in that area was split up between humans and the Xi'an. He also mentions that they've revamped the Xi'an words, which will result in an update to the star map in the near future. Thursday, Around the Verse. This week we get to visit the Austin office and Jake Ross. They've made progress on community trade system and they will have more to show us on their next update. And then they're plotting on their first mission giver experience in 3.0, and they show us quite a large conversation tree here, which breaks down into outlaws and lawful, and well, we're gonna go through that later on. They also break down the Levska landing zone for how players will interact with the landing zone, but they don't want to give away too much at this time. On the art side, they've finished up the damage model pass on the Cutlass Black. They've worked close with the tech art so the ship breaks apart and it receives surface hull damage in the correct areas. The PU animation team is updating all existing animations to use to the new system, which will reduce memory footprint and allow them to make animations more quickly. They have worked on mocap animations for picking up crates and items from different heights. This will let them interact with more items in game, so if you see a crate in game, you will be able to pick it up and bring it back to your ship. The ship animation team is wrapping up the rework on the Cutlass and creating a new 0G enter and exit animation for the Dragonfly. They are also improving the cockpit experience by adding hit reactions and button presses to maximize the cockpit experience. The backend team has had a busy month where they've added diffusion, their new backend architecture, and that's online and ready for use. They're also converting friends and other functions from the old system. The QA team has been concentrating on 2.62 during April, and they're now moving on to dev builds for testing for such as ships, megamap, and prepping for 3.0. One of the testers are working with the animation team to clean up the new mocap files for the animation team. We then get the someone I can't pronounce their name from Turbulent, which gives us an update from Spectrum. He mentions how during April they've added threaded posts similar to Reddit, and due to feedback they've now started planning if they're gonna allow us, the users, to be able to choose between the Reddit style or just let us view everything as a normal forum post. However, they're still working on this, so we'll just have to wait and see. They've also added a flag system to moderators, so you can report posts if you feel like they're not up to standards. And the team is now working on 0.3.4, and the main features here is tags, which will let us actually put tags on the threads. For example, if we just want to talk about the Cutlass, then we can put tags that this is a Cutlass thread. And then they're gonna allow us to bookmark these tags so we can follow a certain tag on the forums. They're also going to work on search and filter system, and this will also power a new type of mini profile, which will let you jump directly to a player from their mini profile. Then they end this week of ATV with a view of the networking side of Star Citizen. They mention that most code are custom made and we get to see their server builds. And the amount of data centers they have right now is actually going to be expanded even more. Then they also show that they've added a second enclosure since the first one was reaching its max capacity. And well, yeah, let's not forget, they also ended this week ATV with a bit of a goodie.
Come on, Lieutenant. First we clear our assigned patrol, then we'll rendezvous with Trejo.
And Lieutenant, make sure Trejo understands this is your op. She goes off again like what happened at the Sting, I'm pulling you. I'm not gonna be your dad if that's what you're asking. Kid is just a nickname.
Friday, Happy Hour. During this week's Happy Hour, we get Brian Chambers. Rolando struggles to wake up due to the time difference. They talk about what the Frankfurt office has responsibility of, and it's quite a lot. They cover anything from cinematics, lighting to the game engine, but they don't cover ships, characters, or audio. Schedule update. When we look at the 3.0 schedule, it's gotten another large update this week. The release date of 3.0 has now gone from the 29th of June to a release date from anywhere between the 29th of June to the 13th of July, which probably means we're gonna see another pushback later on. The main focus this week has also been on the UI side, which will receive a lot of delays, but also a few new features, like heavy armor, ship selection app, insurance, and vehicle selection app. Other than that, it's a few small things here and there, with the second focus area on ships and weapons. And that's it, folks. That's everything for week 18. We've covered Citizen of the Stars, we've covered Happy Hour, we've covered Loremaker's Guide to the Galaxy, we've covered ATV, and now it's time for the sneak peek. So with that, I'll say goodbye and hope you have a good weekend.